Silver, gold, platinum, all down on some economic data as it pertains to employment here in the United States. Let's talk about some of the reasons that we're seeing this latest buying opportunity with this nice pullback in precious metal spot prices when we return. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Florida Stacker, and if you've been paying attention to this channel on economics, even ever so slightly, then you know that as the dollar strengthens, the value or the spot price of our favorite precious metals, gold, silver, and platinum, well, they tend to head in the opposite direction. And this just comes down to basic economics. Things that are valued in the dollar, like commodities, for instance, gold, silver, and platinum, as that dollar increases, foreign currencies now have to spend a little bit more of their nation's fiat to convert over to those dollars in order to purchase gold and silver. So that puts negative pressure on the precious metals, and that's why we see this buying opportunity today. So I do have some gold and silver laid out in front of you, and I am going to read an article here quickly. This is going to come to us from FX Empire, and it should put some of this economic data as it relates to jobs into perspective for us precious metals accumulators. All right, so let's get to the article published by FX Empire. Silver price daily forecast, silver retreats as dollar rallies. This written by Vladimir Zernov on August 6th, 2021. So silver is testing the support level at $24.20. Silver is under huge pressure after strong U.S. non-farm payroll report. This article will be in the video description section. If you want to head down to the video description section, go ahead and click on that link and you can read along. Silver is currently trying to settle below the support at $24.20. This while the US dollar is gaining ground against a broad basket of currencies. The US dollar index managed to get above 92.5 and is moving towards the resistance level at 92.8. The U.S. dollar index gained strong upside momentum after non-farm payrolls report indicated that the U.S. economy had added 943,000 jobs in July, as compared to analyst consensus reports of 870,000. In case the U.S. dollar index manages to get above 92.8, it will head towards the resistance at 93.1, which will be bearish for silver and gold prices today. Okay, we've seen that in the market dip already as the dollar index increases. We talked about this. It gets more expensive abroad outside the United States to purchase gold, silver, and platinum. Therefore, demand does wane and those prices come down. And here's another thing working against us. Meanwhile, Treasury yields are moving higher as traders bet that the Fed would cut its asset purchase program in 2021. Higher yields are bearish for precious metals that do pay no interest. And that goes back to the opportunity cost that I talk about here on the channel. That is the loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. So as we put our currency, as we save our wealth in gold, silver, and platinum, we are obviously losing out on any potential for dividends or interest from those interest-bearing assets. That is that opportunity cost. Not surprisingly, gold is also under strong pressure today. Gold has recently managed to get below the support at $1,775 and is headed towards the next support level at $1,750. Good pullback in gold today. If gold gets to test this level, silver will find itself under even more pressure. And that is true. As we know, silver is the more volatile of the two metals. And this information, it's not really being taken into account when it comes to an industrial standpoint. Folks, the value of silver today is being, massaged by its safe haven status. So that opportunity cost that we talked about, people are moving out of gold and silver contracts and into interest-bearing accounts as they expect to potentially earn a little bit more holding their dollars in those interest-bearing accounts. That totally defeats the whole purpose of holding physical silver and gold in the first place. That is money that you hold, that you have possession of outside of the banking system. It's funny when I read these articles and they make that argument for interest-bearing assets. Now, they never seem to mention the counter-argument on why people hold gold and silver, especially in the physical form, in the first place. Meanwhile, the gold to silver ratio gains strong upside momentum and managed to get above 72.5. The next resistance level is located at 73. If the gold to silver ratio manages to get above this level, it will head towards recent highs of 73.35, which is also bearish for silver. Okay, let me catch my breath here real quick, because when I see bearish for silver as a long-term silver accumulator, someone who wants to stack silver for years to come, I look at it as an opportunity to buy silver at lower prices. We're seeing premiums come down a little bit, not too much. They still have a ways to go, hopefully a long ways to go to get there. I'd like to get back to those 1 to 2. When I say long ways, I don't mean a time duration. I mean the actual premium itself. I'm hoping that it comes down much closer to our spot prices that we're more accustomed to in years prior to the latest health crisis. So once more, also the gold to silver ratio stated here is that spot to spot, as the true gold to silver ratio, made a video about this recently, does vary product to product because it doesn't include physical premiums on the silver and gold coins that we like to stack. And they all have different premiums. Coin shops all have different prices. So I have to do the math when it comes down to the real gold to silver ratio. But spot to spot, we're seeing that silver is, well, it's getting cheaper than gold. And so that ratio is beginning to widen a little more, meaning that silver is a little bit cheaper to buy than gold as it gets higher. Silver managed to get below the support of $24.50 and is trying to settle below the next support level of $24.20. In case this attempt is successful, silver will head towards the support at $24. And move below $24 will open the way to test support at $23.80 and then down to $23.50 and so on and so forth. However, on the upside, the previous support at $24.50 will serve as the first resistance for silver. If silver manages to settle back above this level, it will head towards resistance at $24.70. A successful test at this level will push silver towards the next resistance level at $25. All right, so only time will tell exactly which direction it's going to go. For us long-term stackers, hey, look, this is no big deal. Actually, this is good for us, right? Because we're going to be able to pick up our silver, our gold, our platinum this week, maybe even for a little bit longer, at discounted prices over what we've been paying over the last couple of months, okay? So I wouldn't say it's a fire sale. It's definitely not a fire sale. Premiums are very high. Spot is traditionally high for silver right now. It's a little down off its all-time highs when it comes to gold. However, we are seeing a little bit of value right now. So you may be looking online or at your local coin shop for those particular coins or bars that you've had your eye on for a while, because they're going to be a little bit cheaper. So that's going to conclude today's video. As a longtime buyer and holder of gold and silver, I look at it as a good thing. This is usually a reaction, right? When information comes out like this, there's usually a knee-jerk reaction, and then we tend to see it reverse and slowly begin to make its way because the long-term tailwinds are still stronger than this little bit of turbulence that we just ran into. Sure, we got rattled a bit, but for those of you that are holding for the long term, just another buying opportunity. For those of you looking to sell, just wait a little bit longer. I do see these prices continuing to increase as we go forward based on all of the macroeconomic information. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. I will have more content coming. We do have some more gold and silver unboxings, our Saving in Silver series. Definitely going to look at the fractional gold coins too during this month. So appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful evening. Please do hit that thumbs up button if you have not already, and also consider subscribing if you like today's content. We'll see you soon on another precious metals focused video.